Hello, everybody. Welcome to Echo Underground. I am Shanique,
This is Mike.
and on this podcast, we talk about music, movies, and
Whatever the heck we feel like talking about, we kind of go back and forth on. If you just checked our last podcast, you'd realize that there's no rhyme or reason for why we do this. We're kind of winning it here. Let's get to the podcast.
you can hit us up on Twitter at Echo U Podcast and hit us up with suggestions because we do take suggestions. Today's episode though is going to be about the new album by Jessie J called Rose, and that's R.O.S.E. Um, she did an interesting thing. She did a four-part rollout of the album, so I thought that was pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of that Trey Songz album, Passion, Pleasure, and Pain, where like each there was sections for each of them, but it was done under one album instead of four EPs. Um, so I'm gonna get into my grading. I'm gonna give it an A. One, hella great vocals. There's nothing wrong with her vocals on any of these songs. It's produced really well. She actually is talking about real things. I like that she has a theme for groups of songs. Even though I think some of them you might have to think about, like, why did she put it in this section? But I thought it sounded really great. Like I said, the lyrics are really good. I thought it was a solid performance all throughout each part. I don't think one part was weaker than the other. But I do think that maybe like you needed to be in a certain mood to listen to one or the other sometimes. But it was such a fun. It was fun listening to all four parts, and I really did enjoy the album. And they're broken up by empowerment, obsession, realization, and sex. And it's very interesting on how she handles the themes for through four songs. So I was definitely feeling this album. What do you think of this album?
It was pretty great. I mean, I liked it a lot. I had no real complaints. I didn't really. I listened to it all the way through. Or at least I tried my best to listen to it all the way through as one album instead of like thinking, okay, let me listen to four albums and then do four different podcasts in my head for it. Because it seemed a little ridiculous, but it actually worked out in his favor anyway. Because I ended up liking all of it. I did catch on a little themes here and there, but because of like some of them being like awkwardly placed, I'm like, I guess it wasn't really a theme. It was more like a song was in there for the sake of being in there, and she thought it was clever to split it up into R.O.S.E, which I liked. That's not something I'm really familiar with, but I liked it. Like everything as far as her singing goes, pretty good. And I think we kind of saw her in concert as well, right? The first concert we went to, concert
No.
for Valor. Who was there? Was
Oh
it not Jessie
no,
J?
she did sing, but I think she
Right.
did the national anthem or something. Some
No, 'cause I think she also did a part with Jennifer Hudson too.
Yeah, she did. She did. You're right. You're right. She
Yeah,
sounded
so I'm like,
good too.
yeah, she did sound good there. So that's like pretty much the only exposure I had to Jessie J, except for maybe some radio hits. A lot of the times when we go on these podcasts, I go in there blind because I know I don't know a damn thing. So that being said, on the outside looking in, I enjoyed the album.
What's your grade?
Oh, I'll give it an A.
Okay. For me, I've listened to actually all of Jessie J's albums all the way through. So this is not my favorite. I definitely think her album "Who You Are" is like my favorite album by her. But this is a really good album. So let's get into our. Well, since you listen to it as one, right? So you don't really know which songs are what are part of what section, right?
I mean, I listened to all the way through, as in listen to R.O., then S, then E, just to have like a 1 through 16, pretty much.
Okay,
Because
okay. Cause
I figured it needs some like kind of chronological order, so I figured, all right, Rose is 1 through R is 1 through 4, 5 through 8 is O, so on and so forth.
okay, okay. Cause I was gonna ask you which one was your favorite part, but since the way you listen to it, you probably
To
wouldn't
be
know the
honest,
answer.
I probably wouldn't even have a favorite part because in my head it still registers as one song, so it would have made a difference really.
Okay, okay. Okay. So my number three is actually hmm, do I still want that as my number 3? Yeah. Play, which is the last song on S, which is the sex part. Um, I love the sample. It's an R&B song that I have, and it was killing me as I'm listening to it. I'm like, yo, I know this beat. Da-da, da-da. Oh, it's got to be
Dun,
real.
dun, 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 dun. Yep.
It's got to be real. Damn. I was like, I have this song. Like I was
To
jamming.
be real.
Yes, exactly. I love the sample of that. I thought it was Candy at first because of the guitar, but then I'm like, but I kept hearing the thun part, and I'm like, where do I know this? Because I was listening to that song like the other day. But I love that sample. Her vocals, excuse me, her vocals were really good. The arrangement was actually pretty good, and I love that it was just a fun song. And I thought, and it does match with the theme of sex because basically she's like, yeah, come on me, I want to play with you a little bit, and it's a sexy song but not vulgar. I know the way but that's what she basically said in the song. Like, you could laugh, but that's what she said. um she's talking about getting some, but oddly enough not in a vulgar way. So it's very, like, you can dance to it. It's catchy. I loved how her voice sound on it. So yeah, Play is my number 3. What do you think of Play? Unless it's in your
Play,
top 3.
Play was cool. I thought it was really cool the way they handled that sample as well. Um, it was there's some different spots in the album where like you could tell she definitely trying to have fun with the song that she was pulling off, and this is definitely one of them. I was like, okay, cool. It's not just like you hitting some really impressive ass notes and knocking out these ballads like I'm familiar with. But like when she hit this one and the sample hit and the song just played all the way through, I'm like, yeah, she decided to just like tone it back, just pop the collar for a little bit, and just have fun with it. And that's like one of my favorite parts about the song. Like I'm impressed by literally everything on the album, but each song for different aspects and different reasons. This one I'll definitely put in the category of, you know, I'm not super focused on like making an impressive, or orchestral sound or anything like that. This is just like here's like a life of the party, life of the album type of song, and it worked out that way in my fitness favor.
Okay. What's your number 3?
My number Trey, I did not make a top 3, but I think I have a good idea of what I want to put there though. I'm actually gonna put "Think About That" as my number 3. Now this one is just one of those very smooth ones, and its beat is just like it just meshes very well as far as synergy goes with her singing. Cause like I think the song before it, "Oh Lord," was like a really short one. It felt like a dang near intro to the second song. Even though I'm like definitely two different songs, obviously, but like the way it was, the length of it just kind of made it sound like an intro. Especially because like it was only 4 songs on R, so it's like okay. But yeah, I mean it was real smooth. Beat was clean. Really impressed with her voice. It did pick up the tempo a little bit from "Oh Lord," but it was definitely still one of those where she's actually trying to show off her voice. You.
Think about that. I did not like the beat of it. The beat took me out of the song. I remember I didn't like the mix of the piano with the drum machine. I didn't like
I
the
love the snares that were in this one, man. They were great for me. Oh, anyway, that's the different strokes.
yeah. It didn't work for me. I didn't like how it sounded, but her voice was fine. The song's about a shitty ass dude. She's like, "Oh, you laugh when I cry," but I'm like, "What type of dude are you dating that's laughing when you crying?"
Hmm.
Um, there were certain parts I'm like, I'd rather hear you sing more than the beat. But I thought it was a okay song. It's not like, to me, it's one of the weaker songs on the album. But even at the weakest, it's still a hella good song. It's just, for me, I didn't particularly enjoy the beat, so that's why I couldn't enjoy the song more. The lyrics and the singing is just fine though. Let's see. My number 2 is "One Night Lover," which is also in the F section. And one, I love the message of the song, which is like, yo, I'm more than a one night stand. Like, I deserve better than that. And the arrangement for the song was so crazy. Like, she was doing so much things, but to me, it worked. It's like she took so many styles of singing her voice for this track and made it work. And to me, that makes the song stand out a lot. It's such a fun song as well. Even though it's saying something real, it's like, yo, know your self-worth. And she knows her self-worth, and she's like, I'm more than just something to mess around with. So I definitely love the song for the message, the lyrics, the vocals, and especially the arrangement for it. And the chorus is pretty catchy. What do you think of One Night Lover?
I'm gonna kind of piggyback off you in this one, cause like as far as the production goes, with her different kind of singing ranges on this one song, it was really cool. I'll definitely give it that. And that's kind of one of the main things that sold me on it too. And yeah, you're right. It's about trying not to just have I don't know if it's like a friends with benefits situation going on. I don't know. I wasn't reading between the lines too much with this one because I was like, I know my brain's gonna go in the gutter eventually. But outside of me keeping some self control, it was actually a pretty good song. I mean, I liked the ranges she covered. The actual tempo of the song was pretty cool. Another one of the more fun songs on the album as well. So yeah, it's a pretty dope song.
Definitely agree. What is your number 2?
My number 2 is gonna be Queen. Okay. This is a pretty positive song. Definitely like a femme-centric song about just being more positive about yourself. Treat yourself like the damn queen you are. Just there was I think on the last album, was it the last album? I'm not sure, but there's also another positive, really like similar song to this one, where it's like pretty, femme positive, and just hold yourself to a higher standard kind of song. And those kind of songs, especially bomb from female artists, man, I'm just like, yo, I can respect that y'all holding it down for little girls everywhere. Making sure they have some kind of subject matter to listen to in a song that isn't like something from Cupcake or some shit. I don't know, but
hey, Cupcake is about positive reinforcement of women. All right, what are you talking about, man? He's silent.
I'm walking out.
I'm serious. She's like, hey, don't be ashamed of your sexuality. Express it everywhere.
I'm literally talking about little girls listening to the shit. That is not for little girls, okay?
Hey, just saying.
Alright, okay, we not gonna have Shanique be the DJ at your little girl's party. But anyways, it was a dope song. One of the one of the slower pace ones that the sound just sinks into you, and I really like that about it, to be honest.
Alright, on a serious note, Queen. I agree. I love the message. It's about loving yourself. She talks about I'm a goddess. I'm the shit. I'm a queen. She gives a lot of good messages to women, and I love particularly how she arranged the songs as well. One thing I did love about the album is definitely the arrangement she had, and the beat was pretty good. So I did enjoy Queen as well. All right, Mr. Brown. Guess my number 1.
My Ex.
Is that the song title?
Not My Ex, sorry.
But it is my favorite one. You're right.
Yeah.
To me, her voice is it's the raw song of it. Like, she talks about how, like, she's talking about how, like, she's with a better man, how she's not her ex, but she has to remember that he is not her ex. And, they both have to remember that they're not each other's past, they're each other's future. Don't bring your baggage from your previous relationship into your new one. And talking about moving on and falling in love and let yourself be in love after getting hurt. And I love the message of the song. Plus, what also makes me love it, which I think gives it an advantage, is the video. Because it's literally just her, black and white, singing into the camera. And it's such a good song. that I can't help but fall in love with it. So yeah, Not My Ex is my number one. What's your number one? Actually, wait,
Um,
I'm supposed to guess it, right?
eh, yeah, go for it.
Shit. Eh, I'm a
It's gonna be a really weird one, so I really doubt you're gonna get it.
dopamine.
Nope. My number one is actually going to be one of the crazier, more fun, definitely stranger sounding songs, but it grew on me because I had some extra time to listen to it again since we're supposed to do the podcast a little earlier, so I'm like, let's go rehearse. But I'm actually gonna choose Dangerous.
I was
Now,
looking at that track too, but I was like, he wouldn't pick Dangerous.
oh yeah, this one it took a. I think it actually just grew on me over time. To be honest, I think my runner up was gonna be what was my runner up for number four? Oh nope, my runner up was actually my ex. Never mind. Okay, but yeah, Dangerous. It was a very interesting combination of things going on here. Like it starts off a little slow. Like you think she's about to like hit you with the strong, the strong ballad voice or some shit, and she almost doesn't. She kind of just teases you about it, and then it like just goes into this weird like 80s, keyboard guitar kind of sound, and then there's some like weird funk undertones to it. I'm like, these sounds right here are coming from like maybe three different eras of music. And it was shocking to me that she decided to like just combine the whole thing into one conglomeration of shit. Like, I still don't know how to really describe the sound. Like, I'd honestly recommend if you go through the album, definitely keep an eye open for this one because it was just very different. It stood out from all the other ones because everything has like such good production quality, and this one's production quality was so strange that it worked. Like I can't call it good, but I call it interesting. But yeah, and her singing on it too was pretty good. Like the chorus is my favorite part of the song here. It's definitely got this catchy element to it, and yes, it snuck up to my number one.
All right, that's pretty cool. It's funny. We did all of S. All of S is in our top three.
Did we?
Yeah. You had Queen. I had in Dangerous. I had One Night Lover and Play.
Ah, true story. Wow. Okay.
I guess that's our best one technically. But so Dangerous I thought was really cool because the beat does sneak up on you and you're like, "Oh, wait a minute. Clutch my pearls." Like it's a little bit different. It's very funky.
Clutch my pearls.
You don't know what that is?
No, what the hell is that?
You ever seen the meme where like if someone says something like shady or like or like yeah, something shady and it's like this old woman clutching her pearls and looking at it. You've never seen that? I'll send you a picture. Don't worry. But
okay, I was like, what?
It's not like a new thing. Like
my meme game is not up there, guys. Like I got to take your time with me.
Anyway, what I'm saying, basically the song's about, she likes this person so much, but they're dangerous because of how much she likes them, and I enjoyed the spin on it because I was thinking of like Bad or like for some reason I thought of Michael Jackson Bad, so I thought it'd be kind of like that, and then it took another route, and I thought that, and it makes sense with the topic. One thing I will say about S, it did keep on topic as well, except for Queen. In my opinion, Queen should have been in Empowerment. But,
I agree.
Yeah, I definitely think Queen should have been on there. And then I would have put Easy on Me and Sex. But it's neither here nor there. I didn't love, overall, that Dangerous matched the theme of the section it was in. So, we're going to go into R, which is Realization, and start with Oh Lord. Oh Lord, it showcased her voice. Like a lot of songs did that on this album, but it showcased her voice. It was smooth, like the way she sang. Though I wish it was a little bit longer, but you really got to see her talent in her singing. It is basically asking for help from God to get through, because she's like, yo, I gotta get through, but I need some help. And I did like singing. I just wish it was longer. What do you think of Oh Lord?
Oh Lord was interesting. I also agree. I wish it was longer too, cause like it's the intro song, and it did a really good job showcasing everything. But at least it, like went over like just a couple seconds like some albums decide to do. But I wish there was more. It's definitely an interesting song too, cause as soon as you start an album up and you hear someone hit you with the notes that she's hitting you with, you're kind of like, okay, not sure what I just signed up for, but I'm going to enjoy whatever comes after this shit. And as far as I can tell, I enjoyed the rest of the album behind it as well. It does set the bar pretty much for it. There are other songs that showcase her voice a lot better too, even with like a full track runtime. But yeah, good opener if you for someone who definitely wants to like do some short impressive runs on you, put some soul in her voice, and give you an idea what's gonna come next.
Exactly. Next one is Dopamine, which I was like, do I not remember what dopamine is? Like, I had to Google that shit to make sure I remember what it was.
Oh wow.
I actually forgot what this shit means. And then I Googled it and I was like, oh, this song makes so much sense to me. I love the sound. I like the message. It's a little political, but it's not preachy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She's saying, you know, we're high on the dopamine, but we don't see the truths that they're hiding from us. We don't see all the other stuff they're doing, and I didn't like the message of the song. And it's funny, I recently watched a video where it had Denzel Washington saying, "You're uninformed if you read the newspaper, but you're misinformed if you act. You're uninformed if you don't read it, but you're misinformed if you do." And it's kind of basically what she's saying in this song as well. Like, either we ignore, either we're just ignoring the truth, or even when we actually try to listen to the media and everything, they're not telling us everything. So I did like that she snuck in a little political song in there, but it wasn't preachy. What do you think of Dopamine?
I actually couldn't have explained that better myself. It good sound, but I think it definitely wanted to bank on an actual undertone here, so the kind of thing that you want to like read between the lines for. And she did a pretty good job with it. It didn't come off preachy to me at all either. Just one of those things where it's like, you know, she's not necessarily picking a side. She's just saying, "Hey guys, um, you know, pulling Assassin's Creed. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted." So you got to find your own truths out there instead of listening to the news. Don't hit me. Don't sneak. Don't even. I heard you. I heard you draw a breath. I know something about to come out of your mouth. Next song.
Dang, shots fired. Um, and maybe Michael should listen to the title of this song, "Easy on Me." All right, maybe you should take it easy on me.
No.
Well,
100.
um, basically this song again showcases her voice. Especially the end when she hits some high notes. I was like, woo! I was feeling it. And basically she's telling this person, take it easy on her heart, man. Like, I've been through some things. I don't want to get my heart broken like that. So, be easy, bruh. Be easy. And to me, like I said, I would have put it in the S section for the different sides. Because, sex should also be, like, intimate. So I would have put it in there. I don't really think it belongs in the section that it is. Depending on how you think about the song. But
Right. By title alone, your mind could be in the gutter, but I think because it was more of an emotional thing, as like go easy on me, or like in essence, what I saw it as, go easy on my heart, not go easy on me in the bedroom. Then yeah, I think that might warrant it right there. But Shanique does have a point. It can probably fit in there depending on how you look at it.
yeah, if you think about sex from an emotional standpoint, then this goes in here. But yes, I think probably R had the best like group of songs to me in the terms of fitting the theme for the most part. And I thought it was like a really, you know, really fun song to listen to because I really enjoyed her voice. What do you think of Easy on Me?
Easy on Me was one of the things about this song. I realized that this was one of the rare songs where I actually looked at the runtime for, and I was like, oh, 5 minutes and change. Okay, it has like must have like a weird ending or something like that. The ending wasn't weird at all. It was just her like just hitting some fucking runs and notes and shit, holding these falsettos, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's where the runtime padding came from. Because other than that, the song was really nice. It was a really sweet song if you think about it. I guess you can see it as dark because of like it's like a painful past versus my potential present kind of storyline going on. But I thought it was sweet. I mean, it's one of the I'm all about the move on songs for real. I think everybody who's been through anything kind of needs a song like this for them for real. So, and she's come from more of a non-aggressive point of view on this as well. Like not like a fuck all these niggas kind of point of view, but I actually have hope in you. Please don't fuck this up kind of position.
Yeah, which basically is what Not My Ex is.
Right, exactly.
Next one, Obsession, which starts off with Real Deal. Basically, she's saying she the real deal, man. Like, put respect on it. Um, it's upbeat, it's fun. It reminds me of, if you ever heard of Buddy by Music Soul Child. The way she sang it remind me of how he sang that song. I love the chorus. It grew on me. The hip hop beat on it would, you know what? A rapper would be really fire on there, but they have to actually be a good rapper because of the beat of the song. I thought it was very interesting that she took a very strong hip hop beat and sang this type of song with it. I love, I love the harmonies that she had on it because I think she harmonized with herself or she harmonized with her background singers. I can't remember off the top of my head, but overall, to me, it's not the strongest track in this section, but it's still a really good song. What do you think of Real Deal?
Real Deal was interesting to me because I immediately started thinking it sounded like a weird like hip hop / pop version of what Beyonce does a lot better. But don't get me wrong, I think she handles it a lot better. But like for some reason, I immediately just thought, wow, this sounds like a Beyonce song from a couple of years ago or something like that. Because like Beyonce kind of got aggressive recently, but outside of that, it was like yeah, it was one of them. Like this, the first upbeat song in the collection of albums here, and I liked it a lot, to be honest. I kind of liked the little switch up and the change. I kind of like the little ego stroking she was doing, and I think everything kind of meshed well for me.
Definitely. And if you want to talk about aggressive Beyonce, Ring the Alarm. That is like the most aggressive song by her.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm just saying like she had like spots of aggression back then. Now it's just straight up, I'm this all the time. Don't get me wrong. I still like her. Of course, she's bae. She's Queen Bee. Sorry, she's just one of those names where like you can't do no wrong by me no more. Not like the Papa John's dude or whatever. I haven't had Papa John's in years, so I don't feel bad anyway. But still, outside of that, like I don't know. I just got like weird shades of it from the sound when I first heard the song open up. I'm like, this sound like somebody else who's been doing this for a while.
Yeah, I agree on that. Next one, Petty. This song is one of my favorites.
I knew it would be.
The beat is so good. Like, the beat to me is what draws me into the song. Obviously, the lyrics is about some petty ass person, and it's like a fun song. Speaking of, I was listening to this little tangent, but I was listening to It's Like That by Mariah Carey. It's like that, y'all. That, like, from the Emancipation of Mimi, which is a bomb R&B album, and the one part of the song that makes me laugh is these chicks are ash and I'm lotion, and like I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, it's very cocky, and I'm like, that type of lyric would go in Real Deal, you know what I mean? And it's also petty at the same time to say to someone like, yo, you ash and I'm lotion. And it's like, damn. Like, I find that line just as funny as I find the song, but she sings it so well, and I'm caught up in it. I would love a music video for this song as well. And the chorus is awesome, and the beat, the song, everything is catchy. I thought it was probably, to me, is one of the better upbeat songs on the album. What do you think of Petty?
I thought this was interesting because like she's singing so well, but like her subject matter was like, her and being petty, and I'm like, okay. It's one of those switcheroos where it's like the sound don't match the subject matter, but it was almost comedic the way it was done though, because I actually ended up getting a couple laughs out of it. It was well done. I knew it would stand out for Shanique too. I think it's one of those ones you gotta keep your eye open for. It's really kind of hard to explain this one because it'll kind of catch you off guard in the subsection section.
Like, I'm trying to think of like how the songs relate to the theme of the section, and I'm like, I get Real Deal, cause how cocky it is. Like, I'm obsessed with like myself and being the shit, and then I get Petty, and she talks about basically being obsessed with being petty. Well, I don't think it's her being petty. I think it's someone else. And then Not My Ex is like her talking about trying not to be obsessed with the past and her ex-boyfriend, and telling her ex to not be obsessed with their past either. So I get that. And then that comes to our last one, four-letter word, which to me is, she talks about kind of being obsessed with a person, saying, you are my four-letter word, which is
My love.
Yes, exactly. And it's such a beautiful song. It has a great feel. The vocals are on point. There's nothing wrong with her vocals. The lyrics are really sweet. And again, them notes that she hit towards the end, I was like, they were so good. The only thing is, I don't really get that whole being his Mother Earth thing, but whatever. Maybe that's something I don't know about, but
The one part was like, I'm Mother Earth and he's a child or whatever.
yeah, I'm not really a fan of that metaphor, but I can get over it because the rest of the song is really good. But yeah, what do you think of four-letter word?
That part did like raise my eyebrow a little bit, but I didn't read too deep into it because I'm like, you know what? Let me not be ignorant because obviously she don't mean it in like a weird way, but the way my brain is set up, I'm not that smart. So yeah. Anyways, four-letter word, definitely a sweet song, and Be My Love. I think there's something about like a six-letter word in there being lover. So I thought, no, wait, lover's 5 letters. Wait, what was the six-letter word? Anyways, y'all tell me. Y'all tell me, because I clearly missed out on something. Not dumb. I'm like, what? I don't know why when I listened to the song, I thought lover was 6 letters. Spelled it out in my head. I'm like, Michael, you took too long figuring this out. That was like 2 hours ago. But, yeah, it was a real sweet song. Definitely one of the one where she's showing off the vocals. I think once in a while she takes a second to have fun and another second to like remind you like, yo, here's what I could do. But yeah, it definitely a sweet song. Definitely contrast from the first 2 songs on this part of the album. And yeah, came off pretty well. Good performance on this one.
Next one is empowerment. I'm sorry. That is the
Next section. Yeah.
Yeah, it is empowerment. That's the E. So we're at the C. First one is Glory. I love Glory. Glory to me is such a fun song, but actually talking about real shit. Has a positive message. Her vocals are really good. It's a great way to open the E section of the album. The trumpets are really strong on the beat, and I love that. I love any beat that really use like brass instruments.
Yep.
For some reason, that works on me. The chorus, very fun. It was catchy. I truly did enjoy Glory, and it was in my top 3 for a minute, and then, got kicked out. But yeah, Glory is really good. What do you think of Glory?
Glory, I thought was cool too. I thought it was gonna go more of a gospel route, but it didn't. It still stayed more of a pop route, and it's still like a slightly more up tempo kind of pace to it. I'm not gonna say it was up tempo, but it's like a slightly more up tempo one. It worked out pretty well. The singing was real powerful. Instrumentals, like Shanique said, extra powerful. It does have its catchiness to it as well. This is one of the ones where not only the beat but the actual singing got stuck in my head too, because it's like, it did a essentially, in my opinion, ideal job of matching with the theme of empowerment, and I was like, all right, so this one is just going balls to the wall, relevant to the section of the album it's in. So yeah, very good starter for this part of the album.
All right, and next one, I'm gonna put Rose Challenge and someone. Well, Rose Challenge is just a 25-second instrumental,
Yep.
and it's funny because I think the beat, the piano leads perfectly into Someone's Lady. I actually think it's a perfect transition. It's not needed. You could literally just strap. You could have put it on someone's lady, and it still work. But moving on to someone's lady, it's very interesting song where she talks about not messing around with this dude anymore, but she wants to be someone's queen. She wants to be treated better. She doesn't want to be. She talks about this person hurt me, but I still love them. But I know I deserve better, and I just want to be someone's girl, and treat it as such. And I love that it was a simple piano, and it showed her talent. So I thought that was pretty good. Funny, I listened to this album out of order, so Empowerment was the first section I listened to because that's how it showed up on Spotify. I didn't actually listen to the order of the letters. But so I was like, whoa, this is really showcasing her voice. And then the rest of the album happened. But I really definitely enjoyed Someone's Lady. I enjoyed what she was saying. The lyrics were so good. And the sing was really well done. And because she used a simple piano, you got to really hear her voice. So what do you think of Someone's Lady?
Someone's Lady was damn near an acapella, which I feel like obviously because of the song, she could have pulled it off too. Because that's really in my head what I was kind of hoping for in an ideal situation for her. Because like the piano wasn't overpowering or anything like that. And don't get me wrong, I do actually like the piano too. But all it did was make me just want like a different aspect. Like, yo, I kind of just want to hear you and only you. Because if I get to that point where like someone's singing that much, then they something special. And we've covered a bunch of people on this podcast whose singing is that damn good that I was like, yo, you just take the subtle instruments out, knock this acapella out, cause that's like one of the best ways to show that you really got them voice skills on you.
Definitely agree. And you know what? That Someone's Lady leads perfectly into I Believe in Love. Because she talks about wanting to be someone's girl. And then she talks about even after the experience she goes in, I still believe in love. And I thought that was a very beautiful transition. I love how she sounds, the smooth singing once again. It reminded me of like some older, like early 2000 neo soul type slow song. So I was in love with that genre. Still am actually. Again, shows her voice. There's nothing wrong with her voice on this album and especially this song. And I thought it was just a beautiful song. What do you think of I Believe in Love?
I Believe in Love was pretty cool. It was definitely one of them hopeful ones where it's like, I've been down a lot, but I'm gonna get up one more time and try this again. Put my heart on my sleeve and just give it what I got. Just don't get like sour or dark over it because of what it is. And I thought the singing here was also excellent because I feel like the more powerful the message, the more powerful her voice gets, which is definitely like a pattern I started picking up on. Which it's one of them things where it's like she pulled a Sam Smith on us. Like the more sad you are, or like sound or something like that, the better you sing, or the more serious the subject, the more weight comes out of, the more weight you put on your voice to sing on the track. Like I don't know, it's like a weird pressure thing that they put themselves through that actually works in their favor anyway. Like I know it sounds bad, but it's like can y'all just stay sad because y'all doing this shit right? Because now that Adele's happy, she ain't even making music like that. So I'm like, let me leave her alone. Let me let her have this real quick.
She does it like every 2 years anyway.
Mm-hmm.
She gotta wait till she get to 30 so she can get her next one. It should be called 30.
Hopefully she's still, happy by then. But if she isn't, then we're gonna get one dope album out of it.
Definitely agree. So closing remarks on this album, solid. If you're a fan of Jessie J, you're gonna like it. If you're not a fan of Jessie J, I think it's a very good introduction to her. She has an amazing voice. You can tell she worked hard on the album. She talks about real things. It's a variety of topics and sounds. Very, it's it's hell. The production on this album is amazing, and so I definitely would recommend buying this album. 100% recommend buying the album, supporting the artist, or at least streaming it, which is still supporting the artist because I think they actually make money off of streaming now. And I believe her album is on YouTube, so I would definitely check it out. So yeah, Jessie J, solid album. What do you think? What is your closing remarks?
My closing remarks. Weird formatted album, but it's not distracting from the actual quality coming out of it. It's a good introduction for me for going through her album for the first time, and I'd actually recommend it as well.
All right. So we're going to close out this podcast. Hit us up on Twitter at EchoU Podcast. You can find us on any social media sites. As well, if you listen to us on your phone, you can find us on different podcasting apps, all under Echo Underground Podcast. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Yeah.